Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is? It is Real Late on Hot 97, and my name is Peter Rosenberg, and today we got my man who I've been hearing about quite a bit, popping up on all, the trendy magazines. Love this guy, okay? They love him. Pitchfork, Stereo Gum. Most of the places that hate me all really like you. Quu Collins is here. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
A lot of positive energy about you right now, man. A lot of people are into the music. You have some dope stuff, man. The video for Stupid Rose is fantastic. That video just dropped recently, correct?
Monday. Yeah.
Monday dropped. And how's the response been so far?
It's been overwhelmingly positive. The director that I got to work with, Cody LaPlante, is so talented. I had no problem giving him creative control, and he did unbelievable, amazing things with this project.
You are from Evanston, Illinois, which is a little small city right outside Chicago.
Yes, sir.
And 19 years old. What is your ethnic background?
I'm mixed. I'm white and black.
You're biracial. I'm gonna guess it right. This is a risky guess here.
All right.
I'm gonna go the opposite way of which I normally go, which is I'm gonna say your dad is white.
Nope.
Still mom white.
Yeah.
Always the same. It's almost always the same. 9 times out of 10, you ask someone biracial, mom's white, dad's black. It's almost always true.
Yeah.
I don't know, but for some reason, sometimes when someone's look is slightly different, I go the other way.
Yeah.
Because you are someone who appears, I would have guessed biracial if I had to guess, but you also have it's not to say that like everyone who's biracial looks the same, but there are sort of similar looks that you can see in people.
Yeah.
And yours is a little bit off the beaten path, if you will.
Yeah.
So who influence-wise, music-wise, who are you super into? Like for people because a lot of people who are watching this who aren't familiar with your music. So how would you describe like what influenced you musically the most?
I mean, it can go all the way back to like Sam Cooke and Miles Davis, the Beatles, Black Sabbath, Bob Marley. But then also, people like the Fugees and the Black Eyed Peas and Young Thug for that matter, Lil Wayne. I come from such a rich musical background, both from my own discovery and what I come from, genetically.
Your parents?
Yeah.
Interest, or are they musicians?
My father is a musician.
What does your father do?
He's an African and Latin percussionist.
And how successful is he?
He's been doing it all of his life since he was 17. He's been a percussionist, and he was able to do it professionally for a really long time. And now it's just a passion of his, and he's moved on to other things, but he still does it.
So music was big in the house, just period.
Yeah.
And how did you grow up? Sort of like middle class, upper middle class, or
lower middle?
Lower middle class.
Yeah,
that's what Evanston. Like I don't know much about Evanston, Illinois. Is it vary?
Evanston is it's a melting pot of everything. So you got the north end, the east side, the south end, and the west end. West end is it's a very segregated place in some areas. So the south end where I live is the diverse place. You have some upper middle and some little pockets, and then you have lower middle, and then there's the working class also there. West End is more like the people would call it like the hood, but I mean it's a nice area. I like going over there. It's
not the hood of Chicago.
No,
the hood of Evanston is not similar to the hood of Chicago. So it's relative.
Yeah, it's all relative. There's elements that you see, but then again, there's some of that in every neighborhood that you go into. The North End is where all the rich white people live. But yeah.
First of all, where can people get the music?
People can get the music wherever you can get music. So SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes.
So you have stuff for sale that's out there, like actually there.
Yeah.
And then you can just go on your SoundCloud and listen to stuff for free as well.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, it's very accessible.
Okay, so easy to find. What are you working on? Like, where are you at right now? Like, I looked. Like, I mean, you're still new. Like, it's sort of an interesting position to be in, right? Because you have buzz in these really huge places.
Yeah.
But the way that I was showing your stuff today in the office to Marissa Mendez and Scotty Beam, who were both really into your stuff right away, which seeing them both like something is sort of surprising, but because they have very different tastes. But they both were really into it, and we were like, I was showing them the articles and things like that. But then we looked, and you don't have a huge social media following yet at all, which is very interesting because that's not really how things tend to go these days. Yeah. The hype machine is so often started on social media.
Yeah.
But you work with Closed Sessions, correct?
I do.
So they have a good history of sort of bringing artists from Chicago, and they've been through this before.
Yeah.
In terms of finding people, introducing to the right people, and having people at least be aware of who you are.
Yeah. Definitely.
but it doesn't seem like Black Twitter has discovered you yet. Would you say that's true?
No, not yet. I don't think there's a lot of Twitter that hasn't discovered
Black
me
or
yet.
otherwise.
Black or otherwise, yeah. I mean, I get love from all walks of life.
But is social media not something you're really focused on, or is it just that you're that new?
I think, yeah, I'm that new. I don't put too heavy of a emphasis on social media just because, I'm not a very loud person. I'm a pretty quiet dude, but also I like my art to speak for itself. So I'm not the cat that's gonna do all the talking. It's like you just listen to the work that I make, and that's what you base it off.
But that is refreshing. I don't even know if you know the words that you're saying because people don't actually do that anymore. It's all brand.
Yeah.
It's all social media.
Yeah.
It's all add up the numbers and let's see what the numbers equal and how many followers there are and what that can then generate. So it is nice for me because I think it's rare to see artists these days. I talk about this all the time who have any sort of rarity themselves.
Yeah.
They're so overexposed.
It's a strange time we live in because the numbers are lying. And,
Very much so.
Historically they don't. But
now they do.
Yeah. Like a motherfucker.
Like a motherfucker. So there are people out there that, have numbers that are not commiserate to their success level.
Mm-hmm.
You have people, there are random celebrities you'll look up their social media following and be like, how does this person only have 40,000 followers?
Yeah.
And this is the real person.
Yeah.
And you're like, this person's an A-list celebrity.
Yeah.
Obviously they don't focus on that, or they don't, they never did whatever crap there is to do in order to get those followers.
Yeah.
It's funny, my thing with Twitter is very weird too. Like, I was really early in Twitter and had a good amount of followers. I mean, I still, relative to the world, I guess, have a lot of followers, but my level of growth on Twitter, ended 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I have not had a significant, I just hit 300,000 followers this week, and I had been I probably hit 250, no joke, 4 years ago. And I've had my biggest successes since then.
Yeah.
And I'm way more exposed now than I was then, but the numbers don't really appear to go up.
Yeah. I mean, the way I look at it is Twitter ain't shit. It's just
like Chance said, there ain't no Twitter in heaven.
nah.
I love that line. It made me hopeful for heaven. But yeah, you aren't particularly into it, more or less. It's not something that you're gonna start popping more, and then all of a sudden you're like, I found my social media voice. You don't plan on becoming that guy.
No, because I mean, I say what I want because it's me. I don't put on or anything. So if I do have my little social media meltdown, it'll just be because that's where I'm at. It's not
An actual meltdown. It just happens to be that you were sitting in your social media.
Yeah, it just happens to be that there was nobody to talk to, and I'm like, well, here's my my mobile therapist. Let me vent this real quick. Be my couch, iPhone.
Right. Yeah. Who have you listened to the Chance album?
I have.
What are your thoughts?
It's phenomenal.
It's really, really good.
I mean, what else did anybody expect? The follow-up to Acid Rap had to be phenomenal.
I mean, but yeah, it's very, very good. I also today just started getting to sit with the Vic Mensa project. Have you gotten to hear the Vic EP yet?
I have.
That's had me about. I was about to hit the streets and start a revolution after I heard that album.
Yeah, there's a few songs on there where it's like, whoa, you got some shit to say.
Nah, his third eye's open. Vic's third eye is open. Is Chicago checking for you? I know you're you're in Chicago adjacent. So I mean, I know you're not from Chicago technically. You don't want to false represent yourself, but I'm guessing you spend a lot of time there.
I'm the next door neighbor to Chicago.
Right. So that's like home. I mean, it's where you're at all the time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So do you have relationships with other Chicago artists? And what's talk about that a little bit. Who are you cool with in Chicago? Who do you really enjoy in Chicago?
So, even before I knew him, even before we were peers more or less, I was a huge fan of Saba. And, getting to actually meet him and get in the studio and work with him and see his process and just watch him create as a fan and also as a fellow artist was really something special to see. And to see the relationship that me and him have had since then has been really, really interesting. Taylor Bennett, another cat that, I respected his
Taylor's
artistry.
a great kid and super duper talented. I've been trying to have Taylor up here for a minute. We just have not been able to time it right, but really talented.
Yeah, real dope dude, cool guy, easy to hang out with, makes great music.
I mean, people were disappointed when I was working at Lollapalooza last year for my friends at Mitchell & Ness helping out, and they come over to me and they're like, yo, can you get this gear to Chance? And I was like, I just texted with Chance. I I don't think he's here. I think he's like having a baby or something.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, he's right there. And then he came over and I was like, no, that's not Chance. And now you're confusing me because it's not Chance. That's not Chance. It's his brother. That's his brother. It's not Chance.
Oh no. Odd Couple is another dude too, definitely.
I don't know Odd Couple.
Odd Couple is a fellow producer on Closed Sessions.
Okay, do I know Odd Couple? Have I heard his music before?
He produced, if you heard Perp's tape, he produced Morning Sex on
Joey Perp's tape? Okay.
Track one.
Yeah.
He's
All right.
done tracks with like
Oh.
Freeway to Mick Jenkins, people like that.
God, okay.
Yeah. So, for years I had, came up listening to him and watching what he was doing. And then I finally got to, meet him. And eventually we also formed a relationship and a bond. And it's just been really cool to get to know him outside of just the art.
So listen, his name's Quu Collins. You can find his music on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever. I recommend you look him up. For me, talking to my old heads out there who always are curious about what I'm into these days or why I like it. What I like about you is you actually rap. You have some very interesting cadences and styles. You also are today, though. It's not boom bap rap. There is straight rap.
Yeah.
And then there is melodic stuff.
Yeah.
Which I gotta talking to all my New York people, you gotta understand, like, that is what hip hop is now. Like, hip hop is not. It is. You are not going to find a lot of people who are just straight ahead, nothing but MCs. And not only would they be hard to find, finding ones that are successful is even less likely. But it's not even about that. It's not, because it's not about people doing it for money. It's just about stylistically and artistically where people are.
Yeah.
Now, I still personally, for my preference, want rappers to rap.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I won't like artists who don't rap at all, because I will like artists who don't rap at all.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't consider them rap artists. So it's like,
Right.
But if you're a hip hop artist and you're a rapper, then you got to have some bars. So speaking of which, I'm gonna play. I heard this beat the other day. It's one of my all-time favorite beats, and I don't know. I was like, I've never heard it. I should play this more often for people to rap on. You have headphones? Oh, sorry.
I do.
Just grab those headphones, and there should be volume in front of you once you put them on.
This is going to be interesting.
Do you see it? I don't think it's that tough. We'll see where it goes.
Okay.
I mean, don't Lil Uzi Vert me.
I'm not going to Uzi Vert you, bro.
Does everyone know about that? Does everyone see that when Lil Uzi Vert came up here and we played, and Ebro played premiere instrumentals for him, and he was like, "What is this?"
You can't have Uzi rapping over DJ Premier.
Well, he tried. That was the point, right? So, but are you saying? But can I have Kweku Collins rapping over Pete Rock?
Oh yeah.
All right. So let's see how this goes. This isn't. People don't play this enough. Kweku Collins is here. It's Real 8 on Hot 97. My name is Peter Rosenberg.
Oh shit.
The joint is so hard. So hard. He hooked Rock him up with this.
Straight bars, yeah. Walking to the straight bar, giving you a war, giving you some more, giving you some hot shit. Hold up, that was a line, but I forgot shit. Adjacent to the same city as Kanye. Get out my way, or the highway. I'ma get so high, it like Friday, you get fried on a day. Take it back, nah. Take it back to the way where we were. I'm from upstate in New York, where we are, Yeah, met a hero, met a idol. Yeah, American, but we not talking idol, nah. Stand still, now you idle. Okay, now we out here fighting for our survival. Yeah, black power revolution, you know. Okay, we got the turning revolution, we go, And then the wheels keep turning. Candlelight on the ground, flame keep burning. Yeah. And I'm teaching and I'm learning. I'm an oxymoron. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna flip it for you. Let's try this. Let's go here.
All right.
Kweku Collins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Common was on this too. It's kind of makes sense.
Shit. Young smile, young nigga, young happy, lil giggle, yeah. 4 colors, lil wiggle, lil pigger, yeah. I got a 9 for the uppers, nah, because the cops come with choppers, yeah, like sushi, they come through and they chop you, yeah, okay, chop and screw, we get chopping, yeah, chop shop where I played the last show, walked out, now they say I'm asshole, nah, throw it like a lax, bro, catch it back, get it back, elastic snap though, yeah, the young nigga snap though, snap back on your hat though, they knock you in your head off your hat though, where I came through, we run it back though, yeah, now we running from the shots, it don't mean that you a pussy, it just mean that you a smart, yeah, and if you running from the shots, it don't mean that you a pussy, it just mean that you forgot, yeah, feet planted where I'm standing, and just because I'm running doesn't mean I understand this, just because I'm gunning doesn't mean I don't get it, and just because I'm fronting doesn't mean I ain't with it, yeah, you don't know me, don't test me, yeah, better get yourself tested, yeah, and now you better come correctly, I got the test, and I'm gonna come corrected, yeah, red pen for the letters, I write on my fucking letters in blood, okay, now I write on my fucking letters in ink, I got the mineral flows, nigga, I rap like zinc, yeah, give me that beat back, give me that beat back, give me that beat back, one more time, I say give me the beat back, took the fucking mic, nah, baby,
Try, you almost went back. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, his name is Kweku Collins. I love the things you're slipping in. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a line Vic has on his new tape. It's like he says, like he talks about he's not being conscious, right?
Yeah.
He actually says, I'm not being conscious, this shit's ignorant.
Yeah.
But obviously there's like, you gotta listen to what's in between the lines, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So real quick, where can people find you? What's the easiest way to find you? Just go on Google and type in Kweku, Kweku.
Yeah.
What is the name Kweku Collins? Is that just your birth name?
Yeah, the name Kweku is from Ghana, West Africa. It means boy born on Wednesday.
Boy born on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So straightforward.
Yeah.
What part of that word is Wednesday?
I don't know, but it just means.
It just means that the whole thing. It's not like ooh is Wednesday and K is boy and way is born on. No, that's not how languages work traditionally. Kweku, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Looking forward to watching how this thing unfolds. Make sure you search for him on Google, wherever you get your music. When we come back, we'll get into a throwback. His name's Kweku Collins. My name's Peter Rosenberg. It's Real Late on Hot 97.